Hey Taurus, how's it going? Welcome to the fifth dimension. Um, my desire and my gift is to bring in people, loved ones that we were very close to that have passed, and let give you a few characteristics so you can identify who this person is. And you intuitively probably already know. So if you intuitively know and then this confirms it, that's pretty much a done deal. This is different than a guardian angel. A guardian angel is assigned at birth. This is someone that was significant in our life and they passed, and they stand beside you here on earth as a guide, an extra level of love and protection. Okay, so I prayed and meditated over all of the cards and all of the tools, and I laid it out because it takes so much time. It takes me about 30 minutes, 30 to 40 sometimes. And so I don't want you to have to go through all that. So I'm prepared to just really get right into the reading. So I hope you're ready. All right, Taurus. So this is a person for the Taurus viewer. And I'm sorry about the glare on my glasses. This is a man coming forward. I believe that the person that this is meant for is a woman. Um, Her and this man were married for a long time, like a significant marriage, um, possibly even, you know, like 25 to 50 years. Um, now this is the Taurus viewer. The Taurus viewer, you looked and you looked and you looked for a good man. And when you found him, you got everything you dreamed for. You got the big house with the big front yard and, the beautiful wrought iron gate, even possibly, or a gate at the end of your sidewalk. Um, you had success in love with this man. I mean, this was your one true love. I'm not saying you weren't married before you married him. He possibly could have been your only husband, but out of all the relationships that you had had, he was your one true love, and you and him did well. You were abundant, you did well financially, and he was your main person. You were his main person, and he was your main person. And he did everything. I mean, he took out the trash, which we all know. No one wants to take out the trash. But no, I mean, he just did everything. He tried very, very, very hard to be the best, and he was the best of himself for you, and you were the best of yourself for him. So I think that this is for a woman who has lost her husband, and my Taurus viewer. And so I pulled some letters and some numbers to try to identify him a little bit more. The letters I got were so crazy that, I mean, I have never gotten letters like this. So I'm wondering, if this will mean something to you. WXY and then G. So these would be letters that would be maybe in his first name, his last name, his middle name, could be a mix. It could be the close to the name of the street that you lived on together. I'm not sure. Don't force it, but these letters are so different as far as common letters in people and persons' names that you may know what this is. So I hope that does help confirm that. I also drew some number cards to try to get a birth month, death month, or a birth date, or a death date, or possibly an age he was at when something significant happened, like maybe the age he was when you married. But all right, so I got 10, or it could also represent October, obviously. I got 27, I got 13, and I got 31. And I really kind of consider that mirroring. So this might have been your twin flame. If you don't know anything about that, Google it. Um, Not everyone has one. Not everyone does meet them, but this possibly could have been the case also. This might have been your close to your this might have been your house address somehow, some way. But I hope those resonate for you. All right, so I'm going to tell you what I intuitively got about this person, like as far as his personality and things like that. He always wore dark colors. Black was his main, brown was his second, which I'm talking dark brown, and he would sometimes step outside the box with a deep purple, but he wore black most of the time and sometimes would wear something brown, dark brown. So he was just kind of sounds like, the Marlboro Man, kind of a manly man. And I have that. I wrote down some characteristics I was getting for him. I think he was detail oriented. I think he was organized. I think he loved like data, policies, procedures, analytics. He liked to make sure you were happy. I really got that. He's logical. He's sequential. If that makes any sense. One thing though, he did not like surprises. This would not be someone that you would throw a surprise party for. So I did intuitively get that. But he was very dependable and very responsible. His energy here on earth was that of a teacher. He did not mind explaining things to people. He didn't mind taking the extra time, even if it was just something the person should have already figured out, like how to replace a light bulb. Even if it was something, simplistic like that, he would take the time to teach. And he just always went to that. Like when he was dealing with different people and different things, he was always really trying to teach them. That was his, thinking. So I'm sure he did teach a lot of people a lot of different things. It's nice when you meet someone that makes that effort and takes the time, right? So I pulled a season. I got intuitively, and it was confirmed. I was thinking fall or winter. I kind of got that feeling, obviously, because of the dark clothing and a manly man. I mean, things like that. He worked outside. He worked outside, with cattle or a farm of some sort. But he liked winter. And it might have just been because he didn't have to do as much work as he did in the other months. It was kind of his chill time. So I did get that for him. And I'm going to, I have a bag of marbles, and I'm going to pick a marble without looking to kind of let us in on what maybe his eye color was. So, okay. Wow, beautiful. Okay, so he had a hazel eye, is what I believe. Hazel eye color, but he had some blue in it. Some hazels are green, some hazels are blue. His hazel definitely had a lot of blue in it. Dark, so brown eye or hazel, and then he had tones of blue within his eye. So hopefully that'll confirm that this is your husband or maybe your father, and you know that the story is meant to be given to your mom. Because I also did pull 2 cards from my deck. I call it my Stairway to Heaven deck. It's not called that, but I call it that because I feel like it's a direct message from the divine to me and to you. And what they are what would he say to his wife right now if he could? If he could speak to her right now, what would he say? So I went ahead and pulled some cards. And even though I don't know what these mean, you would know what they mean. So I'm just going to simply read what I pulled, and hopefully it'll resonate with you. Okay, so the first card is, it is not your fault. So whatever you were feeling burdened with over his death, or something that maybe you took blame for, doesn't even have to be anything significant. It might have been that you worked while he was sick and you regret that you went to work. It could just be something like that. But he wants you to know that it is not your fault. If he could tell you something directly, which he is right now. And then I also pulled, believe in yourself. You can do it. So believe in yourself. You can do it. So maybe he was like your best cheerleader. I mean, maybe he just always got you up and going when you were down and out. And then the last thing he wanted you to know, and this was an extra card I pulled. I felt drawn to pull one more. I normally only do 2. And I felt drawn to draw, so I'm having trouble, right? One more card. And it says, there is no such thing as death. So I think what he's saying is, remember my spirit, remember my presence. I am all around you. I actually stand right beside you, cheering you on. And so really for you and him, there is no such thing as death. He's still around you. He's still beside you. And he still loves you, I'm sure. I know it. So I hope this was a blessing. I hope that it resonated. And I loved getting together with my Taurus right now. Thank you for watching the entire reading. And God bless you from the 5th dimension.